Welcome to the His Call Technology Podcast, where we are communicating tomorrow's business needs today. From just outside Nashville, Tennessee, join His Call as we discuss all things telephony, data, and infrastructure related to business leaders. Here we go.
In the round. In a theatrical context, in the round has the audience surrounding a stage on at least three sides. Picture the performance area as an island stage completely surrounded by a sea that is the audience. The Bluebird Cafe, located nearby in Nashville, Tennessee, made in the round performances famous in the Music City. Their in the round performances consist of 3 or 4 songwriters seated in the center of the room, surrounded by an audience of friends, family, and fans. The songwriters and musicians take turns sharing their songs and the inspirational stories behind those songs. The Bluebird has appeared on ABC and later CMT's hit drama Nashville, as well as occasionally showing up in a performance on one of the Country Music Award shows. It's a small venue, seating less than 100 people, yet its impact on the music industry has been profound. Many of Nashville's biggest artists and most demanded songwriters and musicians have performed at the listening room. With such an intimate setting and superb talent, the Bluebird Cafe draws 70,000 people a year from all over the world to enjoy the sweet sounds of music in the round. Big news recently around Nashville was the reopening of the Bluebird Cafe. In March 2020, a global pandemic forced the Bluebird Cafe to close its doors. For 16 months, in the round at the Bluebird was silent. This was the case all around Nashville. The Music City was quiet. Songwriters and performers longed to perform live in front of an audience. Music lovers like myself missed live performances. When the Bluebird opened back up, the wait was finally over. The first 4 live shows sold out in less than 1 minute. Hours before the first show, music fans began forming a line that would wrap around the building, eager to once again hear music in the round. Hello again from His Call. This is Chuck hosting another episode of the His Call Technology Podcast. What sounds did you miss most during the pandemic? When things shut down, your routines changed, and you could not do the things you ordinarily do, what sounds did you miss most? Was it live music, laughing with coworkers and friends? Maybe it was theater applause, celebrating a performance well done. What about the sounds of your favorite restaurant? Or was it the clanging of weights and the sound of exercise equipment at your favorite gym? One of our valued partners has unveiled a research report that examined just that, the sounds people around the world missed most during the pandemic lockdown. According to the report, the overwhelming responses indicate people missed the sounds of social activities most. This makes sense. We are, after all, social beings and were designed for community. But the pandemic hit, and suddenly our ability to gather was limited. Jabra is a market-leading brand that engineers consumer and enterprise audio, video, and collaboration solutions. When that is what you do, engineering excellence requires you to know and understand sounds. As their website states, Jabra is committed to letting people hear more, do more, and be more than they ever thought possible. Their products allow us to be more productive from anywhere and better enjoy our audio and video calls, our music, and other streaming media. Jabra's research shows sound plays an important role in our lives, and the ordinary common sounds of everyday life were most missed. This seems evidenced by the excitement around the return of live music to the Bluebird Cafe. All right, have I kept you in suspense long enough? So what exactly were the findings in Jabra's research report? What were the sounds people missed most during the lockdown? According to Jabra's report, the top 5 sounds people missed include number 1, live music. 65% of the respondents indicated live music at a concert was the most missed sound globally. Next were sounds of splashing and laughter around a swimming pool. Respondents reported 60%. Third, at 58%, were sounds of cutlery and dinner noises at a restaurant. Funny story. My cousin Mark lived with us for a short time growing up. He was constantly making us laugh, playing jokes, and horsing around. He once secretly placed a tape recorder, remember those, in our kitchen to capture the sounds around our dinner table. We were all surprised and laughed just how loud everything was with knives and forks against plates and multiple conversations going on at the same time. According to Jabra's report, it seems these common, ordinary sounds around the dinner table were missed. Okay, number 4, most missed sound was theater applause, coming in at 56%. And rounding out the top 5 most missed sounds were bar pub noises, showing at 53%. Sound plays an important role in our life. The lockdown has given most of us a greater appreciation for the smaller things in life, which is shown in some of the sounds people missed. On today's podcast, I'm going to discuss advances in headset technologies. I recently started using another headset at my home office, and some of the features, as small an advancement it may appear, impressed me. The headset manufacturers have really delivered in providing products that allow us to hear and to be heard better than ever before. Over the past many months, many of us changed where and how we worked. Many took the office home and now performed their work, interacted with coworkers, and communicated with customers and partners through remote audio and video meetings only. As a result, headset sales skyrocketed. I mentioned Jabra earlier for their research report. You may be most familiar with Jabra as a headset manufacturer. In addition to Jabra, his call also sells Poly, formerly Plantronics. We also have many headset options offered through our telephony partners. Avaya, Sangoma, and Mitel, for example, all have introduced headsets integrated with their communication systems. I personally use different headsets at my headquarters office and at my home office. You may have heard me mention on previous episodes of the podcast, I used a Plantronics headset. Until recently, I actually had 2 different headsets at my home office. I had a couple of Plantronics branded Poly headsets, not to mention the Bluetooth one I use with my mobile device. I had one headset connected to my IP desk phone and another that I used with my PC for soft phone and video conference calls. It's also often the headset I use editing the podcast. The Poly headset connected to my phone would have also worked connected to my desk phone, PC, and mobile device, but I really prefer 2 earphones on my headset for stereo sound when using my soft phone and during video meetings on my PC. As I mentioned, I recently changed out the headset at my home office. One morning, I had a video call scheduled. I grabbed my trusty Poly headset and went to place it on my head in preparation for joining the video meeting. Much to my surprise and disappointment, the headband broke just above one of the earphones. I've had this headset several years and man, I really like it. It's comfortable, the listening quality is superb, and many have commented the sound quality is really good. So I was not happy to discover one of the earphones now dangling from the headband. As I described the events of the morning to one of my coworkers, she didn't really understand the severity of my situation here. For me, this was a pretty big deal. The way I've been working for years had just changed. She did hear my cry for help, however, and had some follow up discussions on my behalf. Long story short, when I returned to our Dixon office, I had a Jabra Engage 75 headset ready for me. The headset had two earphones that I prefer while working from home. When I got home and began setting up the headset, I connected it to my IP desk phone and configured it with my PC. This really cleaned up the clutter on my desk, eliminating cables and the additional charging stand. I had gotten used to it, so I really did not notice how much room those things were taking up. As I began using the new headset, I was impressed with some of its features. So let's get into some of the headset technologies and options. Let's start with comfort and wearing styles. When wearing a headset for hours a day, it needs to be comfortable. That was one of the things I really liked about the Poly headset. It was incredibly comfortable. The wire headband was separated from my head by a cushion that allowed it to almost float. Some of us don't have a head full of hair providing a natural cushion. A headset that is just a wire headband without protection becomes uncomfortable, and wearing it long enough actually leaves a small crease in the top of my head. My new Jabra headset surrounds the wired headband with a rubber pad to prevent the wire from touching your scalp, and it spreads out any pressure a bit. It has proven to be very comfortable as well. It doesn't bother me, but not everyone likes a headset that goes over the top of their head. So wearing style can be important. I often hear some do not like an over the head headset because it messes up their hair. I get that, and sometimes I wish I still had that problem to consider. The headset manufacturers have considered this and offer several different options for wearing your headset. Of course, the most common style is over the head, but there are also over the ear or ear hook, you may see it referred, and neckband styles. If you have concerns of supporting many different headset styles, consider what is referred to as a convertible headset. These convertible headsets are flexible with optional wearing styles for comfort to suit every work style. A single convertible headset allows the user to choose from ear hook, headband, or neckband styles, all included in the box. Related to comfort and important for wearing style, especially when utilizing the ear hook, is headset weight. The latest headsets are very lightweight, increasing the wearing comfort. For example, the Jabra Engage 75 convertible headset weighs only 18 grams. Now, let me put that into perspective. That is lighter than a AA battery or half as heavy as a standard light bulb. So while headsets get lighter and more comfortable, the battery life is much improved. The Engage 75, it lasts all day for me on a single charge. Jabra advertises up to 9 hours talk time. Even still, with all that talk time, it returns to full charge in a short period of time. Again, Jabra claims the fast charge feature powers the headset to 40% in just 30 minutes. I mentioned my new headset eliminated two different ones from my desk. For many of us, we're using several different devices throughout the day depending on our work activities. The Jabra Engage 75 flexibly connects up to 5 devices at once. This greatly increases my availability for calls. I currently have the headset simultaneously connected to my desk phone, my laptop, and my company iPhone. From the same headset, I can take a call on any of those devices. The Engage 75 will connect up to 5 devices, including a desk phone, an analog phone, a soft phone, and up to 2 Bluetooth devices all at once. While I'm talking about flexibility, one of the interesting features of the Jabra Engage 75 is the ability to use it as a corded headset. The Engage 75 is a wireless decked headset. However, it has the option to work wirelessly or corded. If needed, you simply use a regular micro USB cable to connect from the headset into a USB port. I haven't used it that way just yet, but I thought it was a pretty neat idea. Of course, comfort and flexibility really don't matter much if you can't be heard or unable to hear well when wearing your headset. Superior sound is where modern headsets really stand out. Working from home with pets and children in and about or in busy offices can get pretty noisy. Maybe you've been on the phone with a call center agent and heard noise as the other agents in the background also engaged in conversations. Modern headsets have advanced noise canceling microphones and enhanced speakers to deliver crystal clear calls. A noise canceling microphone is designed to help you be heard. These microphones are engineered to pick up your voice while ignoring any surrounding background noise. You may see noise canceling referenced for many different headsets. Manufacturers take different approaches to accomplish the effect, and I'll say at varying degrees of success. The more advanced headsets use multiple mics. The mics are positioned such that one is closer to your mouth than the other. The one closer to your mouth picks up your voice. The other mic, positioned farther from your mouth, picks up more of the surrounding noise. As these mics pick up sounds, noise canceling headsets are engineered with intelligence to subtract the surrounding noise so that only your voice is heard. So, noise canceling mics help you be heard, but modern headsets can also provide noise cancellation so that you can better hear and are less distracted by noisy surroundings, allowing you to better focus on your conversations or maybe your favorite song. The headset manufacturers use different design and engineering practices to reduce the ambient noise around you. While we're talking about hearing and being heard, let's talk about a feature related to hearing, but also related to the user's comfort. When you wear a headset all day with lots of phone calls and video meetings, it can be draining on the user to constantly be adjusting the volume level. This call is too soft, the next call is too loud. The Jabra Engage 75 allows the user to set a preferred sound level. After you set the volume on the headset to your preferred level, every call will be initiated at your desired sound setting. The headset keeps the sound at a consistent and comfortable level throughout the day. This experience is very nice on the user. I mentioned the Jabra Engage 75 is a wireless decked headset. They've made significant enhancements with deck technology used with the modern headsets. First, the range is incredible. Jabra advertises 150 meters or 490 feet. That's longer than a football field. If you're like me and walk around while you're on the phone, this is great. I have a Mitel decked headset at our corporate office and have moved all around the office, including another floor, and still been in range of the headset base and not lose my call. With the great range and staff moving all around, it's also important for the wireless headsets not to interfere with other headsets. In the past, we had to be considerate of the number of decked wireless headsets in an area. There are many factors that can result in poor audio quality when you get a bunch of wireless headsets in an area. Modern decked headsets are engineered to allow greater density in deployment without impact to the audio. This is really important in call centers and open office environments where there are large numbers of employees working. Jabra states that their deck technology allows up to 3 times as many devices to be connected in an area. Wireless deck security is also greatly improved and has made its way into modern decked wireless headsets. It seems we have to consider security in every type of technology deployment these days. In order to keep your conversations secure, Jabra, for example, uses a patented pairing design to increase security, while also leveraging 256-bit AES encryption, 128-bit authentication, and decked security level C. I will wrap up with one last feature that is really neat. At our company headquarters, we have these beautiful wooden doors with large see-through glass. And it's not uncommon for someone to stand at your office door trying to figure out, are you on a call using your headset or speakerphone? Many of my coworkers have a Plantronics LED positioned in a visible place to let others know that they are on a call. When they're using the headset, the LED lights up with moving lights to provide a visual indication that they're on the phone. Jabra has engineered a similar type notification right into the headset. The Engage 75 includes a red busy light near the microphone as well as on the earpiece. With the busy light built into the headset, you can expect less interruptions and increased productivity as people around you are aware you're on a call. Well, I did not intend this episode to be a review of the Jabra Engage 75, but it seems like I mentioned it quite a bit in my discussion. I am excited about my new headset and I'm impressed with some of the new features. I hope I've been able to use some of the features and technologies of the Engage 75 to help you consider how new headsets have some pretty significant enhancements, including fit and comfort, battery life, security, connectivity, and certainly excellent audio quality. If you have not considered new headsets for your users, reach out to us here at His Call and we'll be more than happy to provide additional information, check compatibility, or show you some new headsets your users will love. As we wrap up, one last thing I want to mention is remember your users have preferences. As I mentioned on our Work From Home podcast, provide users flexible options to suit the ways they like to work. Each user will have preferences for the type of headset that is most comfortable and allows them to hear best. I encourage you to consider your users and allow some options to suit them. Thanks for once again listening to the podcast. I wish you a happy and productive day. As you face the challenges that may come your way, remember, don't be afraid, only believe.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the His Call Technology Podcast. Subscribe to this podcast so you can stay up to date with today's business communication trends. To learn more about His Call solutions for your business needs or to listen to previous podcasts, visit us at our website, hiscall.com.